Cehewyd Shiva Cardi Iascri Fighter either East. The season so far. This has to be, without question, in my experience, the most unusual fishing season I have ever seen, at any rate. I kind of have to relate it to seasons gone by. Things have changed massively in recent years, but this season in particular is just completely out of kilter with everything I understand about fishing and fishing seasons. I'll talk about this season in a minute, but I want to go back a little to try and give it a bit of context. I've been fishing a long time, and when I first started out fishing, it was very predictable. For the most part, when I say very predictable, you could rely on certain species of insects to appear at more or less specific times. For instance, as an example, the night rise used to start here locally on the river shore on either the 10th or the 11th of May. That was a certainty. We had the alder. The alder now is, to all intents and purposes, extinct on the river shore as a result of eutrophication. Intensive agriculture mainly, and basic pollution. That's been the cause of the demise of that fly and many more besides. But in any case, the point I'm trying to make is that you could almost set your watch to the predictability of fishing at that time. If you went down on the night of the 10th of May and the night rise didn't start, we called it the night rise, the evening rise, whatever. If it didn't start on the 10th of May, you'd be guaranteed it would start on the 11th of May. That's how predictable it was. And that's just to give you an example of the predictability. And now, in contrast to that, the night rise, who knows when it's going to start? The evening rise, the proper evening rise, as I would call it. Of course, you'll always get a few fish moved to some degree at dusk, even, say, during April, even as early as that. But the proper night rise, as I understand it, is almost, you just have to keep going until it happens. And like oftentimes now you're well into June, into mid-June even, before, and basically we're reliant now on the blueing olive and the sherry spinner, which is my favourite fishing as it happens. But it's just everything has changed so hugely that I'm finding it hard to keep up. This season, the season starts here on the 17th of March. Today is, I think, either the 4th or 5th of June, thereabouts. So we've had 2.5 months of the season with virtually continuous north or northeasterly airflow over the country. Now, there was 1 or 2 days where it swung around to the southerly direction, which is ideal for fishing in this area. But the north and northeasterly airflow virtually constantly. And that is anathema to fishing, really. It's the worst type of possible weather you can have for fly fishing. And I have never experienced that before. Never. So there's something very strange happening with the weather. Now, whether it's climate change or whatever, apparently the scientists are telling us that climate change is having an effect on all the weather patterns around the world, and this seems to feed into it. It seems to be fairly obvious that this is as a result of global warming or whatever you want to call it. It's a very strange indeed. So the fishing to date has been patchy. That's the best way I can describe it. The video I'm going to show you here now is sort of a compilation of, we'll call it, the best parts, little clips and so forth of the best parts of the fishing that I've had up to now. It will improve from now on. Hopefully the weather will swing around to southeasterly or southwesterly direction, and that will radically change things, but I'm still waiting for it to happen. It's very strange indeed. So anyway, with that much said, what I'd like to say to you is that I hope you enjoy this video. There's a few little clips with myself and a couple of other people as well fishing, and caught some fish despite the, we'll call it, bad conditions. In difficult conditions, obviously it's more difficult to catch fish. It's really hard work. Catching fish when you have a wind blowing directly downstream at you, when your principal methods of fishing are like dry fly, and I fish upstream nymph as well, it's really hard work to catch fish in those conditions. And fish are very difficult to coax as well, as you'll see in the video. So anyway, I've enough said about it all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel, consider subscribing and liking the video. And I would really appeal to you at this point to support me and to support the channel. There's a link in the description to this video to my Patreon page, which I'd appreciate any support you might give. So Shinawil Oomsa Gadisha, Gadion Kade or Elle, Slong of Fall. Enjoy the video. Well, a little bit of old-fashioned wet fly fishing. Oh yes. Yeah. Lovely condition trout. Yeah, seated on my fly line there is an alder, a fly that used to rely on many years ago for very good fishing, but unfortunately they've become rare. Lovely fly. River very high today. Spotted a fish rising just over here, and first fish, the only fish I've seen rising, so I'm going to drop the dry fly up. It only rose once, so or as we call them, and I'm just going to drop the dry fly up and hopefully get a response. Sometimes with a trout that rises once, and this is deep water here, this is at least probably 6 to 8 feet deep, he may have just followed a nymph up to the surface, taken that nymph as it was emerging and then gone back down. So I'm actually casting a surface fly to him, so he may not even see it. He may not be up high in the water, he could be on the bottom. We gotta try it. Small fish, but nice to catch him on the dry fly. There he is. One obliging little brownie. Yeah. Yeah. Take that right there, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful on a single wet fly. Yeah. Off you go, Packy. Trout rose just once in the middle. See the fly? Mm-hmm. Sitting up nicely. Yeah.
Oh, there was a trout over there, or at least it looked like one. It's dragging. I'm not sure if that was a rise or not over there. Maybe it wasn't. It was. The eyesight hasn't let me down yet. Huh? I just saw a little swirl and I thought maybe it's a trout. And it was. Size 16 dry fly. Now there was another fish there in the middle, I'm sure. Right, here we go again. Oh, yeah, I missed him. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I wasn't on my game. I think I might have had a little drag on it. No, he wouldn't be stupid enough to come the second time. Another terrestrial, see him?
Yeah.
Over there, watch. See the fly?
Yeah.
That's where the trout was rising there earlier.
There, look. See
Yeah.
where the bubble is?
Okay, I see it, yeah. So now...
Yeah, floating towards it.
I was just inside him, I'd say, was I?
Come our way. And the money.
He needs to drop a few inches upstream of him. See him again?
Yeah.
Drag. Surprised he's not taking that. There's a fly over him again, see it?
Yeah.
There's something wrong, I can't figure it. Oh, because he's moved, you see him in closer. He's closer to us. That was perfect. That deserved a take now. Yes. Took a bit of coaxing, didn't it?
It did. Got him there in the end.
I caught him.
Lovely fella. It was a lovely.
Yeah, but it took a bit of coaxing, didn't it?
It did.
Oh boy.
It wasn't even full too easy.
Yeah, go on.
Give me a second.
Yeah, we both.
Yeah, I see him.
And again.
On him.
For some reason, I think we've spooked the near fella. Would you agree?
We spooked the two beside each other.
Except for him.
Well, then that tells you we didn't.
Yes, Jim, good man. You lost him. Yeah.
Moving up. Do you want to go with that one above now, John?
No, you walk away. No, you walk away.
Go with him. No, fair. That was my fun. That fish, hey, was a very good fish.
Oh, I'd say he was, yeah.
I've that feeling that you had there earlier. The only thing is I didn't leave me flying. I'm using it a quiz.
He stopped the boat though, hasn't he?
Yeah, see, this is where you and me would be very different.
Right.
I'd smoke a cigarette now and take 10 minutes.
Would you?
Yeah, and let them back.
Yeah, but you might have that kind of time to waste now in your life.
Yeah, so I forgot you only on 8.
See, I reckon if he's there, right, we'll tempt him.
Yes.
I lost me line.
Well, that piece of cunt. And then it just round your hat and everything. Nice fish. I don't think you'd be allowed in this pool if you aren't a nice fish.
Yeah. Lovely yellow bellies, don't they? Huh?
Yeah, and
Look at the red spots.
The red spot.
Yeah, he's gorgeous.
Like one on the shore and the spots was glowing.
Look at the red spots there. Oop! You won't be seeing them anymore. Anyway. Now, Shay, think what we'll do.
Fanga foal, isn't that it?
Fanga. He's not the fella I thought it was. Huh? Very difficult here, a downstream cast. Fish right here at the fence. I can't get at him from any other direction but here, so I have to try it. Fly landed up on the weeds. Ah! This is going to be this requires a very accurate cast. Ah! I got a response anyway. Oh, I missed. Lovely fish on a bait fly.